Welcome, everybody. We've got Yo versus Capoch. Should be a great series here. Mr. Yo, the defending champion of Sudden Disaster. And regardless of what tournament it is, Yo is almost always in the Final Four. Considering Viper's already out of this tournament, considering Hera and Leary did not sign up for this tournament, Yo might look at this tournament as the tournament he should win. But he's up against Capoch, and Capoch is a really extreme player. Regardless of the settings, he's very committed. And oh god, Yo is already bringing Capoch's boar back. And Capoch sees this now. Capoch also came forward to lame. And Yo is really close to the TC here. And Yo's going to loop around the relics. If Yo could steal this boar, this is a great start for him. Capoch is going to be clicking like a madman. But this does not seem like this is going to be a good start here for Capoch. Yo, he should be patient enough to not leave this boar. And he also is bringing a villager forward. He also has all these pigs out here. So if he could bring in this boar... Yeah, now he's actually going to run away. Capoch is really fighting. I mean, it doesn't seem like Capoch is going to be able to salvage this easily. Man, that's crazy. Okay, Capoch needs... real quick, guys, I had other things I want to say. Capoch needs food. He needs food. He's going to bring in this boar as his first. He needs to find these pigs. But Yo... Yo understands he's in an amazing position now. And he doesn't really even need these pigs just yet. So he's kind of looped over to the side. The Capoch, I guess, is going to do what he can. He's going to try and just push that deer back home, which he should be able to do because Yo's scout is weak and can't fight back. But that will still make things a little bit tricky here for Capoch. Also, Capoch's deer, he hasn't scouted him. He went forward to lame. He just didn't get the lame in like Yo did. They've been lamed. So Yo has gone, he's gotten very lucky, very fortunate, but he's made the most of that. This is what I consider to be a coin flip scenario. Both players sent their scouts forward, and Capoch didn't find a boar, Yo did. And then Yo also happened to find the deer on the same side and killed them off. So I think this is a situation where Capoch will need some Dark Age farms. So Yo is aware he's got this other boar. He's playing as the Georgians here. His scout will slowly regenerate starting in Feudal Age. But it is very slow. It's not as strong as it used to be. But it's worth noting that the weak scout is not as big an issue. Gold is pretty safe back here. Stone is pretty safe here. Yo tried a fast castle before on this map against Doubt. I wonder if Yo is looking at his map thinking he could do that here. Oh, he doesn't actually see the gold. Wow, that's really interesting. I guess you should know there's going to be a 4-tile gold because there's a 3-tile and a 4-tile. There's also a really nice gold here for Capoch. But the fact he doesn't see this gold means that he probably will go feudal. It would be wild for him. Maybe he knows it's here. I don't know. Be kind of wild to go fast castle without knowing you have a safe gold. I think he'll find it eventually. Someone asking, is it Yo's tournament to lose T90? Yeah, hold on. Real quick. Yo's walling like this solely because he doesn't know this gold is here. Like, if this gold was scouted, and I think he's going to look for it now, he would not need these crazy walls. But I think it just clicked for him. And now he finds the gold. And now he's already committed to the walls, so, I mean, you won't stop now. And yeah, this is fast castle. Saying it's Yo's tournament to lose is probably a little extreme because there's a lot of really talented players left. But Vinchester was knocked out. Viper was knocked out. I mean, a lot of these threats out there. I mean, Hart would be the player he plays against in the next round. Hart's a really good player. So it's not like Hart's going to be easy, but I definitely consider Yo to be one of the favorites. Hera didn't sign up. ACCM got knocked out. Viper got knocked out. Vinchester got knocked out. Yeah. By the way, Capoch is not going Feudal Age. Maybe he will here in a second. But he's added a lot of Dark Age farms to try and adapt to this. Nikov is remaining. Freaking Andy's remaining. We'll see. I think it's Nikov Classic Pro tomorrow. There's also Margugu. There's also Sebastian. There's Sorakuma. There's some really good players. But like the people who typically knock out Yo, those players are not remaining in this tournament. And that's why I consider him to be a favorite from here. Really nice shot from Capoch. It's unfortunate. After the lame, there's not much more you can do. There's literally nothing he could have tried more than what he did here. You got unlucky with the lame. Also, being up against someone who's so smart to go fast castle off this is going to make life a little bit tricky. The Capoch will make the feudal age. I think you just have to invest in eco a little bit more here. He's not anywhere close to getting the resources for castle age. But the nice thing with Malay is since you spend so little time researching the next age, you're able to then have more villagers than the opponent over time. But right now, Yo is playing extremely safe, just sitting behind his walls, taking no risks whatsoever. I'm sure his plan is to build a church here as part of his wall when he makes it to Castle Age and just pick up those 3 relics. I made a video on the church rush, the other day, and it's on YouTube now. I think some people in Twitch chat here were talking about it. It's really strong. But I don't think you should do it in this scenario. When you can wall like this, and you have such a nice, like, easy eco, I think you should just play into something more standard. You're obviously going to drop the first church to just go for this. But, like, I think walking forward to church rush Capoch is maybe a little too risky when you already have a nice lead. It's OP, by the way. The church rush is overpowered, and I said it like 8 months ago. But then it just kind of got forgotten. And by the way, Phosphor told me the reason he started doing it is because he wants the churches nerfed. Because he'll try and, like, rush people, and then people just drop a church, and the church that could fire arrows is, like, an instant defense. I do think the devs will eventually come to their senses and nerf the build speed on those churches. It's really fast. I don't want it to be a strategy that can't be utilized, by the way. I don't want to, like, nerf it to the ground. But it's insane. It only costs wood. It builds way faster than a tower or a donjon. And then you combine with being able to make, like, monks and stuff out of it. It's so strong. Okay, now Yo's going to stone. So he's on the way up. He's going to stone. This will be for a castle, which would mean Manaspa. Capoch is also on stone, and Capoch has managed this, as I said, quite nicely. He'll be in Castle Age faster, but he won't have the stone to be able to do anything. I think his plan will be similar. I think he'll drop a monastery, hope to get the relics. Capoch scouting around. Doesn't really have a great indicator on what Yo's going to go for. He doesn't know the stone is in there, but again, technically could think there is a stone in there because there's always a 4-tile and a 3-tile of the gold and the stone here. But that doesn't mean your opponent's going for it. You're actually looking for the buildings they built. He's seen the blacksmith market, so that would indicate that there won't be a stable or archer range. So it could definitely be a unique unit. And chat is proposing ideas for the churches, like maybe they cost stone. I don't know, man. It's just like one too many things, right? They fire arrows. You can garrison inside of them. You like putting monks inside your church is only for those two. There's work rate bonuses involved. There's free relics involved. There's warrior priests involved. There's a lot of things. But really, I think the simpler thing, the build speed, I think you could leave everything else and just adjust the build speed. But listen, I spoke my mind on the churches many times. I disagree with elements of how they were brought into the game. But you know what it is? It is what it is, right? And I've kind of accepted that. Accepted some of the changes I kind of want won't come in. But build speed. Build speed will be nerfed eventually, just a little bit. So 0 kills this game. Yo. He hasn't sent his scout forward to see what Capoch is doing. And he is walking forward. The fact that he doesn't know Capoch is building a castle is really bad. Like, really, really, really bad. If he just built a defensive castle, he's fine. He's going to walk forward into castle fire here. I think he still has time to salvage this, but this is really good for Capoch. Okay, castle's going up. Yo's got to abort now. But sometimes when you... Oh, when he loses the scout, that's also really bad. Yo is really like slow to start sets. Like he's always very lax to start off. But like this castle, man, it can't go forward, right? If Capoch sees this, Capoch can just go full karambits and wins the game. This is crazy that Yo is not just falling back. Like, karambits are an amazing unit against monks because they're super cheap. So losing one to a conversion is not an issue. Oh, man, Capoch, you got to look around. Capoch, you got to look around. This is good. This is so crazy that he's advancing forward. And, of course, Capoch comes in now, and Capoch doesn't see the vills. So he doesn't really know. Bro. How is Yo able to sneak like this? Oh, okay. Capoch sees it now. Capoch sees it. Yo has to build the castle right away. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. He's dropping it on Capoch's face. He's got 2 monks. Can he get this castle up? You can't let this castle go up if you're Capoch. I think you need to buy another castle. He's bringing a monk to convert villagers. He lost the scout, though. He's obviously queuing up more karambits. Castle's been quick-walled off here. There's still a hole. But Yo just so casual about this. Can he actually complete this? The gate's going to go down, guys. The gate is going to go down, but the castle is at 90%. That's crazy. That's absolute insanity. I can't believe he got away with that. It's nuts. Like, he should never win. That should be game over. 2 monks and all those vills. How does Yo do this? Like, you'll see. Like, the karambits... Well, maybe not, actually. The karambits are quite slow. Karambits actually get converted. Wow, that's so good. And now Yo is going to break a hole in this wall. And he's massing petards. You need 5 petards to take down the TC. Capoch knows that he is going to die. Capoch has to kill Yo before he gets killed. It is destroy or be destroyed right now. He's dropping a forward castle. He's bringing a battering ram. He's bringing villagers. Can he make it to Yo's TC fast enough? I mean, it's the right play from Capoch. I don't think you can win the game if you don't try and take out Yo's TC faster. Yo will understand. And Yo's just using the vills right now, I think, to create a bigger gap in the walls. Also, the 3 karambits he converted will go in for the siege there. Yo is in his church, hoping that the arrow fire will slow this down. Will the petard pathing be correct? Because, okay, I think he's cleared out the stuff in front. He's going to make a move. He's going to make a move now. The petards went to the left. That's what I meant. He's attacking with the vills. The vills will actually block the petards, but no, there's enough petards there, man. Game over. Oh my goodness, man. I can't believe Yo just did that. That is absolutely wild. Like, I need to reiterate that one of the ideal scenarios for the melee player is if you get a castle and the opponent is walking forward with villagers and monks. Like, if Capoch notices that any point in time as Yo is wandering around, especially once he's over here, he sees this. There's no counterplay for Yo. There's none. Like, Capoch could just wait for 8 or 9 karambits, and it all gets denied. But the fact that he was able to sneak forward, he wasn't spotted till the final second, gave him the opportunity. And, I mean, whether or not you want to say it's lucky, I don't know. But you have to make your own luck, and Yo takes the first game. That's so crazy, man. Wow. I thought Capoch had adapted really nicely there. Now, it's funny. I think if they both just go for a defensive castle, it's actually a very long game. We probably see Manaspa from Yo. Karambits for Capoch wouldn't be strong, but then he could just go for monks. Like, there's ways to play that. He had recovered in every aspect, but lost his TC. GG. All right, so we got game number 2. I doubt there's going to be any YOLO castles in this game. We've got Skukuza. And Skukuza, you've got the hunt in the middle. Lots of hunts, lots of zebra, lots of ostrich. Or as chat said yesterday, ostrich. That's apparently what the plural of ostrich is. A stretch of ostriches, an ostrich, right? Japanese can do some funky things here with the early game. They have the cheap mills, right? I'm wondering if Capoch will consider going for the cheap mills in the middle. But at the same time, why do that when you can just push and hunt to your TC so easily? It'd be a very different map if this was full of chickens or rabbits or whatever that can't be pushed. But I truly expect Dark Age to just be a push fest. Maybe we'll see Capoch open with Man-at-Arms. But I don't think he is going to bring too many villagers to the middle. Yeah, let me drink some water here. Enjoy the zebras. I really like the Khmer here. I think it puts the Japanese player in a position where they have to make some tough decisions here. Normally, the Japanese can hit the man-at-arm timing and be really solid on a map like this. But the fact that Khmer can skip the barracks is super helpful if you're up against man-at-arm civs. I think, actually, Khmer are kind of subtly better against archer or man-at-arm civs than they are like just scout or archer civs, because if you go into scouts fast with Khmer, the opponent can match that and mix in a spear or two and be ahead of you. So the fact that they built that barracks is helpful. But Capoch going for man-at-arms leaves him very vulnerable against archers. It's not like he can just add spearmen afterwards and help against the scouts. So I don't know why chat is asking questions on the scoreline. The score is correct at the top. Maybe I said something wrong. Or maybe chat's confused. But my prediction right now is that Yo will probably open archers here. I could be wrong. He's not a very archer type of guy, but I would probably be thinking that Capoch, to gain a lead here, will go for man-at-arms. So, we'll see. We've got gold on the back. Lots of gold available here. Is this uncommon? No, not really. There's 4 tiles here. There's 3 tiles more towards the front here for Capoch, but obviously he's got the gold there. Someone asking why not go for Celts? Celts have been picked before. Celts might have been randomly banned here. It's actually a pretty good map for Celts. Some people have gone for Celts. We haven't seen Celts drafted in this series, though. I think Celts would be picked. Celts would most likely be picked if other civilizations that are really strong were banned. So you have random bans in this tournament. It makes it kind of tricky to game plan around specific civs. And now villagers come to the middle for Capoch. And yeah, so this is where he's starting to use his Japanese advantage. He's got the barracks up in the middle. He's going to have the mill there. No other civ can get the timing on this. But, of course, the downside is your vills are then in the middle. So you're going to be exposed. Yo is headed to golds. And look at that, chat. Is everyone proud of me? I want someone to be proud of my call-out that Yo would go archers. You just don't see that all the time. Realistically, I think it's just the right play. I think it's the logical move. You can expect Yo is going to do the logical move 9 times out of 10. But he won the first game, and I don't think what he did was that logical. I think there's very strong arguments to be made that what he did was far too risky, but obviously it worked out. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being proud of me. So yeah, resources are going to be at the limit for Capoch. He's got this tough situation where he's got the resources on the back to protect, and then everything in the middle. Yo right now is just trying to push in as much hunt as possible because he knows he won't be able to be there, but he is possibly assuming all of this, just like I did, right? Assuming man-at-arms, assuming that there could be a mill in the middle. Just starting to prep some walls. Looks like he'll do a little bubble here. So maybe a little bubble. Yeah, that's smart. He actually has the berries there available for later on. This is not the first time I've seen this. If you can get your berries and your gold right next to your wood line, it's very nice on this map. See, like, it's tougher here for Capoch to do, right? I guess it's doable, but it's not quite as obvious. And we should see an archer range. Also, to the 3 people that are currently whining and complaining amongst each other, can you just not? Don't, it's not one guy. Don't 3 guy me. let's just worry about the games here. I do look at my Twitch chat, especially in the dark age. So just calm down, all right? Just calm down. Capoch is gonna see this and he's gonna say, "Wait, what? Like this is supposed to be an open map." Like it's actually very infuriating. You're like, "What in the world? I've got an open map. I'm playing this open and aggressive. What are you doing here, sir?" But it's really smart from Yo to do this. And maybe the downside of the Japanese is it's simply too predictable. Now, that house is going down. Capoch actually has the hill. And Japanese man-at-arms can shred buildings very quickly. Even with 2 villagers, the house is going down. Yo needs to do the math here and use a 3rd villager to repair this. This is actually really getting bad here for him. Yo, you're going to lose your house. Okay, pulls another repairville. Damn, are these things strong. It's still going to go down. And okay, he's just going to bring another repairville and drop a tower. Meanwhile, we have two more man-at-arms. And a skirmisher already for Capoch. And Yo's just going to get an extra ostrich here. Yeah, the fact that that house is on the hill played a really big role. But Yo just being patient with his archers. He hasn't moved out at all. And the tower does pretty much protect everything like we said. So this could get rather tricky for Capoch now because pretty much the entire economy is protected by this one tower. And he doesn't know what Yo is doing, really. Like, he knows Yo's going archers, but where is Yo actually with those archers right now? They could be sneaking to his base. He hasn't seen those archers hop out at all. Just so casual, so patient from Yo. But maybe a little too casual, maybe a little too patient. He does get housed here. So the pressure's definitely paying off. Finally, the archers are moving out. And he will have fletching here. And he could maybe kill off this small group here. And yeah, Capoch just simply was not expecting Yo to come out of here with these archers. And this is where Yo starts to do Yo things. So 3 kills. Oh, man. And Capoch also ran into the town center at the same time. And now he doesn't have an army to protect this tower. Now the tower is going up. The vills for Yo are just going to rush this back. And now there's, like, barely an army here to protect this. Oh, man. That's just so good from Yo and horrible for Capoch. And just a frustrating feeling. Like, you're trying to be aggressive. You couldn't get any value. Yo actually should be chasing these villagers down. Yo can kill all of this right now. But I guess he's still worried about more skirmishers. And he's still got a lot of work to do. To get his eco balanced out here. So, Yo not chasing these vills. Little surprising. But he sees the skirms. He knows he needs the scouts. Still no fletching upgrade for Capoch. Lots of vills in the middle. Capoch just chose to tower in the... Oh, no. He literally just dropped the tower there, and it just got taken down. That's why he doesn't have the stone. Sorry, I forgot. Capoch needs that fletching upgrade. With the fletching upgrade, he's still fine, and fletching upgrade's on the way. But now Yo is counterattacking, and this is a horrible feeling. Again, you have to protect the middle. You also have to protect your base. And now there's no tower. Yo is just now scouting him, though. Like, Yo has been so passive with his scouting this game. He's hoping to find damage. Capoch is very late to chasing all of this. Almost like he didn't expect Yo to actually commit to it. But Yo's committing to it. And Yo is here. And the skirms are still here. I think he's, like, really torn on where to be right now. Or maybe thinking he can house wall himself to safety here. But this seems far too slow from Capoch. Capoch needs to be here right now with those skirms. And that's a villager down. So that's 2 villagers down. That's probably going to be a 3rd if Yo hangs around. But Yo's still micring in the middle. Yo still micring the scout here. Will run away with the archers. It just feels so difficult for Capoch to look at where he needs to look right now. There's so many different areas to react to. But he's still committed to this. He's adding more skirms. He's adding more men-at-arms. Still chasing down these archers. We'll see if Yo can get away. It's a lot of military units from Capoch. But I like it. I think it's what he has to do. I think the biggest regret Capoch will have is not tracking these archers a little bit better. I think he was a little late to reacting, but he's torn because he constantly has to protect the middle. And look at Yo now. Sneakily over here. This is not where Capoch is expecting these units to come in from. And now another opportunity and another villager kill here. And an archer pick. And now Yo will run this way. Capoch still has those skirms at home. Now all the other archers meet up, and now he needs to run away again, dude. This is just... It must be so frustrating for Capoch. Yo, it's just playing a masterclass game here of army control. And after the early defense, it's been all offense from him, and he's massacring everything. Look at the KD right now. This isn't even close. Villagers are getting slaughtered. There's no way that Capoch can ever use his army to damage Mr. Yo either. So many man-at-arms have gone down. And Mr. Yo will be adding more scouts. And Mr. Yo's killed 6 villagers. And there's still like 10 villagers committed to standing in the middle now. Are actually some villagers here from Yo, which is interesting. I don't know why he's here with villagers. I also think he could stick to the same game plan and show some patience here. You killed 6 villagers. You're probably fine if you just back up for a second. Wait for more scouts. But Yo's sending it right now. And Capoch is on double range right now, mixing in some archers too. The scouts are about to have fortune. The scouts are such a big problem here. And Capoch is just having a rough time. Mr. Yo just makes it look so easy, though. Look at the patient micro with the archers. But yeah, like, Mr. Yo could be Mr. Throw if he keeps these vills in here. Like, all of this would have been fine if he just is back at home farming and keeping his eco safe. This is like, you've got your opponent on the ropes. You don't need to give him free villager kills right now. That's at least my perspective. He still hasn't lost one, though. How has he not lost one? It's just crazy. He's just built different, man. He sees the game in a completely different way. He has a villager, 2 villagers over here. Maybe it's a rally point issue? Like a TC rally point bug? What are those 2 vills doing over there? That doesn't feel part of the plan. Capoch is most dangerous when he has his back up against the wall. He knows he's taking damage here. And he's continued to commit towards this hunt in the middle. That's the only way he wins now, is if he can use that in some capacity. Yo now hasn't clicked these villagers back to work. Still 2 villagers over here. 2 goats over here, and then 3 scouts over here. There's a lot going on. I'm just kind of expecting Yo to have this big army count, but it never really happened. Maybe his eco management just fell off a little bit behind this. He's adding more archers, and he's getting good upgrades on the scouts. The scouts are going to have full upgrades here. And Yo really just wants this stone, so he's able to build towers, and yeah, he's going to get it. There's not enough spearmen here from Capoch. He'll try and get spearmen here. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. They're over here now. But as Capoch tries to escape, the scouts are going to help out big time. And if the archers are here for Yo, Yo can take down the spearmen as well. That's a lot of spears, though. So Yo will lose. Okay. Yo actually loses his archers. And he didn't kill enough spearmen to engage. And now Capoch has a big army. Man, props to Capoch. Capoch has just been sending it, man. Here's the goat counterattack from Yo. He actually moved those goats before these 2 villagers. I really don't understand. Like, how did he find 2 goats on the map and not the 2 villagers on the left side? There's a lot going on. Still looking to mass scouts. Yo, it's gotten very messy here. He's very housed at the moment. That needs to be fixed, but he's heading to Capoch's base, where Capoch has very little defense. And Yo will head over towards that gold. Capoch sees that now. Man, if only Capoch has actually moved over to the left side. I feel like denying this stone continuously is really important here, so Yo can't go for towers. A spearman for Capoch are probably headed home to deal with these scouts. More villagers die in Capoch's base. And the spearmen are out of position and not here to support the archers in the skirms just yet. And now they are here, and Yo sees it. Yo backs away. Yo's got the stone, though, so this could mean consistent towers. It's gotten very, 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 very messy. Where did those scouts go for Yo? Oh, the scouts are looping back. He's got a lot of scouts. I wonder if Yo is kind of having the same issue that I've been having on the new patch, where my units consistently move out of formation. Can kind of tell with his units just consistently are moving out of formation when he re-clicks them. Capoch is on the way to Castle Age, but how is Capoch supposed to defend his base right now? He has to bring everything back, which means he's exposed in the middle, and the hunt is running dry. These archers are here for any spears. There's obviously those 2 spears there. Yo knows about that. Yo... not able to really fight this. Capoch still hasn't lost anything in the middle, too. His archer range and barracks has been producing non-stop. But Yo will just run away. Yo is also on the way to Castle Age. I'm really impressed that Capoch is alive in this game. It feels like this game has been twice as difficult for him because he's so exposed in the middle. And actually, oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no. This is exactly what I was thinking could happen. He's got to leave now. Now the archers come into the gold. He loses another villager. Keep in mind, he only has 8 farms. So he doesn't really have the food eco to do too much when he's in Castle Age if he doesn't have the hunt. A couple archers from Yo sniping some spears. These villagers are wandering around with their baskets, having to move to berries instead of hunt. Ugh, having to move to berries after a life full of hunt? No, thank you. Sorry, vegetarians. I don't know what... that was an unnecessary joke. We've got... especially because I have a lot of vegetarian friends. We have 60 seconds till Castle Age is in for Yo. It still feels winnable for Capoch because he's got a massive army here. And he's in Castle Age. And he's killing off Yo's archers. Oh, man. I mean, Yo is building up some stone now to the point where I think he's going to try and build a castle, but might have to be a defensive castle. This gold is an issue. This right side of his base needs protected. I think he needs a tower here. Is Yo going to go castle drop him? That'd be nuts. He's going to go try and castle drop him. You're kidding me, bro. Okay, we need to go on Capoch's Fog of War and see what Capoch sees. Because, like, you kind of forget on this map that it's sudden death most of the time because people end the game in other ways. The Capoch is active in defending in the middle. Capoch is going this way to raid with the crossbows. Capoch does not have any clue that there's villagers over here. And will he notice that? Will he notice that? He's still moving over here. He's controlling his knights to go raid. And I don't think he sees this until now. Until now. Yeah, he just moved over to this stone to do the same thing. Now he sees it. It's at 50%. Capoch is bringing everything to stop this. He does not want a repeat of what just took place. And Yo is going to sit there and he's going to click. And he's going to spam. And he's going to build. And he's going to swing that hammer. And he's going to swing the hammer harder. And can he complete the castle? Of course he does. Pain for poor Capoch. He actually has had such a good game. And mr.yo will just mass petards now. And he will wait for the proper number to take down the TC. I mean, can Capoch destroy Yo's TC before this gets out of hand? I don't really think so. He doesn't have siege. We have a university for Yo. I think he's going to try and get murder holes here. Like, why else get the university? He's never going to lose this castle before he gets 5 petards. Capoch is trying to wall up now around the TC. Murder holes! Murder holes! Yeah, I mean, with murder holes, it'll hit all the villagers. And that would win the game on its own because you just kill so much eco. You can just tell Yo feels like he's the better player here and that he can never lose. Just the confidence that he's shown in these games so far is crazy. It's super fun to watch. I think he doesn't have to go for the TC, but you might as well do it now, yo. Just for the fun of it, right? Yep, there go the Vills. There go the petards. Here we go. The villagers are blocking the petards. But can enough petards get through? Nope. Okay. Well, that was a fail. If he only sent petards, he would have actually taken out the TC. But he doesn't care, dude. He doesn't care. He's got another petard coming in. He's got his Vills. He's got his Knights. Poor Capoch is desperately trying to hold on. Keep this TC alive. And one more petard will do it. And here he comes. And Capoch GG's before the TC goes down. That's just... Oh, that's just painful for Capoch. Just painful. He played really well. I do think that, like, Yo kind of got a little sloppy in the mid game there. His opening was super smooth. He did such a good job at hitting different angles. But Capoch did such a beautiful job recovering. Honestly, if Yo doesn't drop that castle, he maybe loses this game because he did not have the position and the army that Capoch did, right? Now, instead of the forward castle, he could have had towers everywhere. And then maybe Capoch's army doesn't do too much. Yo is the Vill lead and Yo stabilizes. But, like, I've not seen someone castle drop the opponent's TC on this map. It's normally just raiding with villagers and whoever does a better job wins. It's 2 games in a row now that Yo has just castle dropped Capoch's TC. Just crazy. And it's going to be difficult for Capoch to have confidence he can win the series now. Gotta love how Yo's highest APM in that game was when he was spam clicking his villagers on that castle. Oh, man. Good stuff, though. Great stuff. It's super fun to see people play the objective. Okay. So, I correctly guessed 2 minutes into the previous game what Yo was going to do. This one's a little bit more difficult. But hear me out. You ready for this? Yo is going to go Man-at-Arm Tower in Feudal. He's going to eventually build a castle with the Wu. He's going to then research Red Cliff Tactics, where demolition ships and fire archers deal fire damage to ships and buildings. And he's going to be stuck in Castle Age against Imp with full fire archers against buildings. Why do I feel strongly about this? Well, mainly because I died to it in a practice game. I was an Imp, I had an eco lead, and the fire archers with that technology actually get kind of crazy. So that's the reason it's in my mind. That's very specific, though. I don't know if that's going to be a realistic way of playing this for Yo. However, Byzantines, kind of dangerous if you don't apply pressure to them, right? They don't have any eco bonuses, but they have the strongest castles in the game. They have the cheapest imp in the game. And if you can get a castle drop, as we have seen, you can win the game. Also, just getting to Trebs could be strong. Now, the Wu get a food boost when they build the dock. So I think building a dock in the middle or on the outside could be an option to take the shorefish. Underdog always takes the coin flip. Underdog always takes the coin flip. Yo will leave. Oh, Capoch leaves. Okay. If that's me, I never leave in Capoch's position. I'm down 2 games, and I'm hoping for some type of advantage. It's a 50-50, but they both go their separate ways. In fact, that's exactly what happened to me in this tournament. It was game 3, and I was taking the 50-50 fight. Sorakuma was actually going to leave, and I chatted to him. I said, don't leave. I said, take the risk. You're already up 2-0, and then I lost my freaking scout. And then he freaking scouted me on the one side, and then I'm still tilted by it. But anyways, we're fine. The important thing is that I'm over it. So annoying. I can't believe that, dude. So stupid. I got so unlucky in the first game as well. Oh, my God. What are we talking about? The Wu? Yeah, we're talking about the Wu. If there's a Wu, there's a way. Well, actually, there's no way in the Civ draft, unfortunately, but we do have the Wu, and there's going to be a dock, I think, from Yo in the middle. You get the food boost from it. It feels like it's a barracks, actually. You get the food boost from the barracks as well. I'm just pushing in that deer. And yeah, there's the barracks. All right. What's Capoch doing? Capoch is going to go to the outside now with a dock. And does Capoch see this boar? He does. He's just a little late to it. But he doesn't see the barracks. I like the approach from Capoch, though. You don't want to be anywhere near the middle against the Wu infantry. So he's trying to get as many deer as possible and expanding to the outside for now. Oh, and he gets a hit there, too. That's good. So he should be able to get this deer into his base. And boar's coming in as well. We have seen some fast castles on this map. Will Capoch dare to try it? Or will he just go to feudal age to adapt to whatever his opponent does? Also, I think the deer went back. Yo is going to bring the Vil. Capoch sees it. And Capoch is probably like, why are you here right now? And yeah, it's going to be Man-at-Arm Tower Rush. Right? Wouldn't surprise me if the mining camp is actually right here. So you can take the gold and the stone. But then again, you're on the small gold, which you might not want. Mill in the middle here from Yo. It is cheaper. I think I would have gone for the dock just because you get the food boost from it. Obviously, you're investing more wood into it, but... then again, you can't drop off berries at the dock. Yeah, the dock would be kind of weird. The mill is fine. Don't think Capoch knows exactly what's coming here. He didn't see the barracks. But on the outside, he's fishing. Yo hasn't scouted this. Like, Capoch has more workers right now. And Capoch will be in feudal age pretty quickly to possibly defend from this. Yo, interesting. He actually started to mine enough gold to just get man-at-arms. And then he stopped. He didn't even build a mining camp here. So it's just going to be 3 man-at-arms. And no follow-up, at least. Again, I could see a tower being a play. But beyond that, I would expect man-at-arms. Maybe a range. You could still go skirmishers here. Yeah, here comes the villagers for the tower now. And Capoch sees this. Capoch locks the gate. If Yo would be pushing from this side, it'd actually be a little bit better, but he doesn't know where that gold is. And we see stone for Capoch. He's probably thinking about a few defensive towers, which I think is more than fine. The nice thing for Yo, though, is this isn't massive investment. It's not like there's a follow-up that's not going to accomplish anything. Like, he's forcing reactions, and then behind this, he's going to add some eco. Scouting is always a really big thing here for Yo, though. And Yo doesn't have any scouting on the Capoch having eco on the outside, so... I think overall, it's pretty acceptable for Capoch so far. He's also built a defensive tower and some walls pretty easily. And he can shoot this tower down if he wants to, and then just take the middle with whatever military he wants. It's a bummer that Yo is not on stone. I really want to see those fire archers here. But hasn't happened yet. Barracks for Capoch. Pretty chill, all things considered. And Yo is going to loop around to the outside with man-at-arms. Fire's on the way for Capoch. And Capoch just has to be real careful with these villagers. If the man-at-arms aren't in the middle anymore, you have to expect them coming to the outside. And Capoch also scouting. Capoch will see there's villagers out there from Yo. Yo will also add a fire. And the man-at-arms are on the way. Also, there's a sheep. It was still in the gate from earlier. Capoch forgot about it, and then Yo just tried to run with it. That's funny. That's really funny. Where are the man-at-arms at? Here they are. Okay. So, I mean, it hasn't really been the craziest rush. At least so far. Yo's scout is just attacking the fishing ship. He's going to lose that. But there's still no, like, archers or anything from Capoch. He did just add a barracks for some spears. Just big economic plays right now. And let's not forget that Yo's still taking all that food in the middle. Capoch has to know the man-at-arms are going to be on the way. Here, both players patrol their fires. Actually, never mind. Yo didn't patrol his fire. That's really bad for him because he's already up against Byzantines. But I could expect Capoch to be a little delayed once the man-at-arms are somewhere around here. Like, you can use the fires against the man-at-arms, but it's still something you have to focus on. Yo can probably pull a villager to repair here, and then he has a second fire. Capoch will have to back away, and Capoch also has this to worry about. But I really like how Capoch has played this. Like, similar to the previous games, I think it's been really smooth. By the way, the more this goes, the longer this goes, I don't think we're going to see the fire archers. I actually think we're going to see Jean Swordsman and Siege. The barracks is there already. You've got the middle position. Trying to siege push with a faster castle age makes way more sense than fire archers, in my opinion. You're also forcing Capoch into a couple archers, which Jean Swordsmen are really good against. Yo is adding a demo now. So he's going to move this way with a demo, hopes to get a big hit. And Capoch is moving this way with a fire. It might accomplish something, but it's taking some time to pay off. Like, long-term, Capoch is in a way better position. He's got the fish. He's got more fire investment, but he's going to be delayed in his castle age because of this. A T90, do you think Navy will play a big part of this match? Yeah, I mean, it already is, right? Already's pretty strong. But I really think, like, Capoch is going to have to be concerned about his uptime here. Demo's actually headed this way. Capoch patrolled. Oh, and the demo doesn't do any damage. Oh, that's so good for Capoch. Can you imagine if Capoch had a demo coming in here right now? Yo, trying to block and save his fires. There's a demo here, and in the end, Yo kind of holds on. Could be another wasted demo, though. That's acceptable, I guess. He does kill the scout as well. Man-at-arms are still running around. And Yo... Well, actually, he needs 2 buildings. He's building the blacksmith. He doesn't play many games without an archer range or a stable. He thinks he's going to go to Castle Age. He does not have the res. He actually needs the market. And he is on stone. So we might see the fire archers. Exciting. And now Capoch should be able to have his building soon. His resources are looking pretty good. Plus, he also has the archers to harass for the time being. I really like Capoch's position. I actually think a really important thing for Capoch is you have to take down this tower. You should be putting archers into this, shooting that tower down, and taking the map control in the middle. Finally, Yo gets the wood for the market. But his uptime's delayed. He's losing water on the outside. And he could lose the middle. Ah, it's one of those things, right? Like, if you knew what we knew in Capoch's position, as Capoch is getting wheelbarrow? No, don't get wheelbarrow, dude. Click up to Castle Age. Anyways, if Capoch knew what we knew, he could just batter this down with 5 vills, bring 2 archers to the middle, and Yo has nothing. He's played so greedy today. So freaking greedy. And it's worked so far, but, like, he's bound to lose water on the outside. It's all about the middle now. I can't believe Capoch went for wheelbarrow. I think he got housed, and he just didn't want to not do something with his TC, but he really needs to click up. Yo dropping another tower here. Capoch's archers. Ooh, there was an overchop. Very easy to do on this map. Capoch's archers are over here. They're very close to killing a vill. And the last thing Yo wants to do is waste any stone on a tower, so he just moves over to this wood line. I wonder what Yo is going to do here, guys. Any guesses on what Yo's priority is going to be? Game number 1, drop the castle on Capoch's face. Game number 2, drop the castle on Capoch's face. I wonder what he will do in game number 3. I think he's just gonna... he'll probably just go monks or something. Dude, this is... I'm gonna be tilted for Capoch. 1,000 resource lead. Army on land and water. Yo's got 1 man-at-arm. And Yo makes it to Castle Age. Say goodnight, Capoch. Say goodnight. I mean, where can he build the castle? Oh, he's actually waiting. He's getting Bodkin first because it's 2 towers versus 1. He doesn't even have the wood for siege. He is going to add a Jan Swordsman or 2. And there's the castle. Okay. Well, what does Capoch try now? He still has this tower here. Yo's bringing more vills. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Capoch castle time as well. It's 33% for Yo. He's got 11 vills, but some are getting harmed by this. We've got 24 villagers for Capoch. Some of his villagers are getting hit as well. If the castle goes up for both, and that's very likely, this is obviously very good for Yo, but if Yo's castle gets denied, this is horrible. Castle's at 70%. Capoch is at 100%. Yo is bringing more. Yo is bringing more. He got too greedy, guys. He got way too greedy. His villagers are being completely massacred here. And Capoch is got to be sighing a sigh of relief right now that he's been able to finally stop this guy. Castle's denied at 83%. Now what do you do if you're Yo? You don't have water on the outside. Okay, he's got Jan Swordsman on the outside. But even then, like, Capoch can make some cataphracts to deal with that. You have to complete the castle. And, oh, is he actually... That's funny. Capoch just petarded it. He does not want that castle foundation to be there. I mean, Yo looks kind of stuck on what to do here. It seems over. I think the only way he can win is you have to force the castle down somehow. And then make petards. So, I guess he's going to wait. Guys, this should never go... This castle should never complete. Capoch can just wall this. Like, run out, batter down the towers, wall this. Should have never been a talking point in the first place, like I said, when it was just one tower that could have easily been battered down. Oh, Yoda's have a monastery on the outside here. Okay, well, that's a nice distraction. All right, well, that's something. Random barracks, monastery. It could try a castle drop from the outside, but you're going to be spotted, and Capoch can just build another counter castle, right? Yeah, he's saving for another castle. Capoch is on the way to Imperial Age. Capoch has played this very, very, very solid. Oh, but he overchopped again. And now Jan Swordsman is here, and that's annoying. So he'll lose a Vill to that, probably. And there's also a monk here to get a conversion, which is also annoying. But yeah, Imperial Age doesn't only mean Trebs. Imperial Age also means Dramans from the water from the Byzantines. And Yo still hasn't really found... Oh, is he gonna... He's gonna try another castle? Okay. Alright, another castle. He's monking from the outside. He's gonna siege push as well. He's making life very difficult for Capoch. Capoch's cataphracts can't get through. If you complete this castle, it doesn't range the TC, but it is pressure. I actually think he should try and complete the next one, too. I swear, though, if Capoch lets this castle go up, I'm going to lose my damn mind. It could just be walled. Yo's got to go try and complete that castle. It's at 83%, right? What do I know? Never mind. I don't know anything. Yo's still looking over here. Yo's still defending here. Yo's still producing vills. He doesn't know Capoch is an imp. Or on the way to imp, maybe. So, in his mind, he still thinks maybe that fire archers are an option. But you need the unique tech, which is pretty expensive. You need a lot of fire archers. Capoch is out of gold right now that that castle's up. But you just need one treb, and that this will get dealt with. Now we're going to see Yo get desperate. It's a lot of cataphracts for Capoch. There are monks. You might not want to donate. Still no move for that other castle foundation. Capoch running all the way to the other side of the map for some gold. He's going to take the gold outside of Yo's base, which is hilarious. Cataphracts are going in for the monks. This is Yo's main military, these monks. He's obviously going to lose his monks. He didn't get that many conversions there. He needed more monks, and he needed everyone to get a conversion to have a chance. And okay, there's the unique tech. There's Red Cliff Tactics. So I was correct in my prediction that we would see that. But is it enough now? I mean, Capoch going here for gold is really bad. One archer comes here, and it completely denies that. But Yo not being able to make more than, like, I don't know how many fire archers he can make right now, but whatever that number is a problem. It's not like he's going to have a castle forever. But look at these archers. They outrange the castle, and they do decent damage to a castle. It's like in my game, I lost because he had like 30 of them. And, oh, a castle drop from Capoch there is huge. Okay, yeah, honestly, you just go for a trebuchet from here and you win the game now. Capoch is doing the right things. Luckily, he's Byzantines. He still has so much HP left on that castle. And there are a couple other random units out and about, but it's not really mattering here. Treb should be on the way for Capoch, and it can target the TC, which means Yo needs to kill the TC now. Maybe target the TC instead of the castle? I don't know. Trebuchets are just the superior TC destroyer here. And GG. Wow, what a crazy game. Capoch holds on. And listen, as far as the draft is concerned, this was the #1 civilization pick for Yo. That's some momentum there from Capoch. And game number 2, he was playing pretty solid. If it wasn't for a masterpiece, maybe he would have struggled. Game number 1, like, what Yo did was extremely risky. I think now maybe Yo will tighten things up a little bit, take it a little bit more serious, because it's been very greedy, but he just kind of casually thought he was going to complete this castle, and he was wrong. So, well played to Capoch. The activity on the outside, the amount of eco he added, the focus on the middle was huge, and then getting that defensive castle won him the game. Would have loved to see Yo actually complete the castle, not forward, but defensively, and just see what he looks like with a good eco and full fire archers. Like, a somewhat defensive castle or two, full castle age fire archers, I think could actually win there. But, yeah, that's only from, like, very small experience I've had with those things. So, let's go Capoch. I like that, man. Okay, here we go. Game 4. Will they be able to steal the other's elephant? This is Palisade Socotra. You only get one elephant, just like normal Socotra. Yo is in the north. Yo moves out immediately, deletes his walls, brings in his elephant. Yo is also attacking Capoch now. He's actually winning the Scout War. Does Capoch realize that Yo is winning the Scout War? Oh, now he's really winning the Scout War. Now, here's what's funny. Yo is going to lame this hunt. He's going to kill it so it will decay. But he's Jurchens. So with his civilization, there's no decay on hunt. So he's stopping it from being pushed, but it's actually the least successful lame in Age of Empires because it just still sits there with 140 food. Now, the second Yo starts to eat it, then it will actually decay. I learned this the last time we saw laming on this map. But I wonder if Capoch is going to recognize, like, will he click that zebra and realize that's just 140 food? Like, that would actually be so good if he wasn't Jurchens. And Capoch is coming this way. Oh, God, but there's a lion. Luckily, he's Korean, so he had extra villager line of sight to see that from a long way away. But yeah, I think overall, Yo's still going to be really happy. But it's just wild to me how the lame has not done much. Capoch, do not lose your villager to this lion. Capoch. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Now, Capoch can lame. And then that hunt will actually decay because he kills it and he's not the Jurchens. Now, I think if you start to eat this if you're Yo for just 1 second, it then doesn't decay anymore. So if you want to use the Jurchens properly, you might want to bring a Vil out and just eat a little bit from every one. It's not that big a deal. He's still... He's going to be happy with how things have gone here. Except for the idle TC time, I guess. Capoch's villager is inside of the zebra. You're getting some of the internal organs where there's extra nutrition, and we got a quick wall! And there's a quick wall fail. Okay. Fake hype, my bad. Yeah, now Capoch is taking the hunt. And now it will have its normal decay because he's turned it into a Korean zebra, I guess. I don't know. The last time Yo played this, he went fast castle, but he was able to steal an elephant, I think. And the big thing here is you need to look for the golds and stones that are available. They're usually all outside of your walls on the front. So I think Capoch is thinking, like, cheap spears, cheap skirms, and then towers later on. I think Koreans are top tier on this map. Jurchens are mainly strong just because of the way the hunt bonus plays out. But Yo is looking and hoping because sometimes there can be some sneaky side resources. He's hoping he'll get a little lucky and he'll find some gold or stone in the back, but that's not the case here. Capoch has managed things very nicely. I'd expect like 19 or 20 population click up from him. Hasn't actually built a lumber camp yet, so he delayed that, which is interesting. I kind of hate this lumber camp. It is safer, but I would have preferred he delete the gate and the palisade and build the lumber camp there. But it's still fine. Walls from Yo over on the left side just to protect that back area. Maybe he can delete those walls and have some safe farm space for later. And Scout's still actively looking around for where the stones and golds are going to be, but nothing is super protected here for Yo. And he still has 2 more Vils in queue. Oh, and he thinks he's going to trap Capoch in here, and yet again, he fails. There's a hole there. Capoch getting loom, so Capoch will go feudal. And, ooh, Capoch loses his scout. Guys, do you remember what happened last time? The last time Yo played this map was against Doubt. Doubt lost his scout. And Yo sidewalled and snuck to a very far gold. Because Capoch is going to assume with the sidewall that there's gold back there. Is Yo going to do the same freaking thing? Look, he's going to go as far as possible because he doesn't want to be spotted. He's really hoping he's going to find some gold over here. He's looking for it. Okay, that's an option. But if he finds one even further, that'd be better. No way, dude. This is the same thing. This is so wild. Wait. Does he find it? This is huge because Capoch could find these villagers. Capoch would never find villagers there. Oh, man, you can't make it up. Capoch is even outposting now. Will he ever see that? Yo, hold on. Yo scout. Yo sees it. He didn't build a mining camp there. Shiki, thank you so much for the gifted subs. It's your first time here on Twitch, and you're also from Ireland. I missed the rest of the message, but this gets me so freaking hyped, guys. Not the subs. Thanks for the subs. But no, like the sneakiness. I live for sneakiness. You never see it in modern day AoE. Oh, that's so good. Thank you so much, man. Okay, let's look at this from Capoch's perspective now. He is not seeing his opponents in the next stage. He's running forward. He's going to rush. He has to apply pressure. And you just kind of assume, especially if you see a sidewall, that they got a lucky gold in the back. What Yo did against Doubt was he used these Vils to build a forward siege workshop and go directly to eat the TC. He also had built a stable, I believe, for a couple Lancers. It's crazy that this is the same scenario. Oh, and Yo's like, he's being hyper aware of what his opponent's up to as well with the outposts, just so he doesn't get spotted. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, as a player, I'm going to make a separate video on this for YouTube. It's so freaking cool, dude. He's going to assume that he got a good map and that he's extra walled to protect res in the back. You're always thinking that because there's like, I don't know, like a 10% chance they get some res back there. in my experience. It is weird, though. Capoch went for a tower rush. This is a really bad tower. It wasn't even close to the walls. And then he didn't mine any stone to build more towers, so... He sees a barracks. He sees a blacksmith. He's assuming fast castle, but he hasn't really continued to be aggressive here. So I would have liked to see a little bit more pressure here from Capoch. This tower's done nothing. Of course, he still has no clue that this is happening. Rod, thank you for the gifted subs as well. Capoch has even built outposts. I guess Capoch is thinking he can't do any damage now, that over-investing in feudal age would be a mistake, and that the best play for him here is just to try and get the castle age as well with decent economy. Yeah, chat, I understand he's mining Yo stone. Sorry, I didn't really explain what I meant. Like, when you're tower rushing, you want to be able to build the second tower right away, right? Like, you build this tower, you batter through the wall, you build another tower. Now he has the stone, but this isn't the proper timing for that continuous tower rush, which is what I meant. But yeah, obviously he is currently on the stone. But if you do what I said, it's like, shouldn't this have been the first tower? I don't know. But if you do what I said, you could obviously have some big concerns with your economy. So Capoch is hoping these towers will stay here as a Puggle gifts more subs. Thank you. BizKit, welcome back. Thank you. He wants these towers to become guard towers in Castle Age. So that is Capoch's priority. But he has no clue he's going to be pushed here. Yo isn't going to push back these towers. Yo is going to let these towers stand. Yo is going to push your main base, Capoch. And we got an archer range. Oh, yeah. I think this is what he did. Here, I'm actually forgetting. No. I remember now. He went for grenadiers. He didn't go for lancers. So I misspoke earlier. This is one of those things, like, I would like to think if I was in Capoch's position, I would know what Yo was doing because I saw it. Right? So, like, if only I was as good as Capoch, I would have more information. Unfortunately, I'm not as good as Capoch. And he does not watch every game like I do, so he doesn't know that that's in Yo's strategy box or whatever. I'll run in there with the spearman, hope for some scouting intel. He's like, okay, now he's looking. Now he's looking. Because he sees Castle Age, and he's like, he must be sneaking. But he's not looking over here, bro. He's not looking over here. Oh, it's gonna be so bad. Like, Capoch's gold is right here. He's looking everywhere else. Oh. And Yo knows as well. Yo knows he hasn't been spotted. Yo, okay, this is interesting. He's actually going to attack the stone miners first, which could confuse Capoch even more. Here's the grenadiers now, and those villagers are clumped up, which is not what you want against the grenadiers. And then the rocket car hit the gold at the same time. So, Yo didn't actually kill any vills in the stone, but he takes Capoch off the stone. And he's also got Capoch off of gold. And Capoch loses 2 villagers to the rocket cart as well, and now he runs over here to this stone. Is on the way to Castle Age. Has lost track of that skirmisher underneath the TC. But what are you supposed to do? You just get hit so fast. This sneak just insta-wins you the game. It's insane. I mean, you have to hope. This is your tournament life. You have to hope that you can get a tower down. And when you're in Castle Age in 90 seconds, that can defend you. And also, you have to hope maybe you could go for, like, a really aggressive tower. And, like, make a play for the TC. But Yo is just not allowing these towers to go up, and he's already starting to attack the TC. And in sudden death, once that TC's down, you're dead. Yo also does casually move out to this gold, because he's like, yeah, Capoch can't do anything now to do that, to deny that. I guess Capoch does have this gold. Let's see if Capoch can hold on here. Any civ can hold, it would be Koreans, but you really need fletching, you really need bodkin. That's not something he has resources for right now. TC is halfway down, guys. halfway down. 3 rocket carts now. Yo can always just reposition these rocket carts if he needs to. Okay, towers are up. Fletching's about to come in. Does that range this rocket cart? Okay, that one ranges. But now you need something on the left side. Okay, now he's dropping another tower. Now, if Yo sees that, he can definitely kill a bunch of those vills and deny it. Almost feels like Yo is trying to take down the house and the blacksmith for a little bit more positioning. Capoch trying to hold on. His gold is getting denied a little bit. Oh, it's so painful for Capoch. He's losing so many vills. Yo has some rocket carts on the TC, but then this other one is just constantly camping the tower. He's not giving up his focus. Yo is also killing his own units with the splash damage of the grenadiers. He has to be careful. Yo, don't kill your own units. Oh, God, he just killed his own unit. And the tower's up for Capoch. So, because of all of that, Capoch maybe has a chance. Still can't take that gold. But he will drop a tower here to maybe stop Yo from taking that gold. Yo only has the 3 villagers over here. So Capoch is like 7 towers now. Some of them are forward. If he could eventually get the stone for a castle on Yo's face, this is maybe doable. But I don't think this tower is something he can complete. And he has no army, so he can't protect from the grenadiers now. Yo can just play normal from here. He's taking down this tower with the rocket carts and constantly repairing. He's bringing a ram. And so Capoch had to commit everything to staying alive. And now he needs to somehow win. I love it. It might not work. But he's going to try and drop a castle on Yo's face right now. Oh, no. He has a really sad amount of stone. 647. No. You stupid villagers. Go drop off stone. Drop off stone. Drop off stone. Drop it. Oh, he's getting stone here. Okay. There we go. 649. Oh, my God. 649. 652. Okay. He's dropping a castle. Here we go. Dropping a castle with 75 HP villagers. 75 HP out of 5 villagers with no army to protect. He's trying to bring more. Uh-oh. 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 That's not good. That's not good at all. Yo sees it. Capoch is... It's all fake, guys. It's all fake. Okay, he deletes that. Oh, but now he only has 649... or 496 stone. Oh, God. He loses these vills. Yo knew something was coming as well. He's like bringing vills around. He's really keeping an eye out. He knows he's way ahead here. Capoch is just depressing amounts of stone. so close and yet so far. And now I think he sees Yo is going to castle drop him. But he can't really do the house foundation trick. The house foundations will just get destroyed. Funnily enough, the only way Yo loses the game is if he throws with losing with his forward castle. So, but I mean, how can you even throw? Capoch is nothing. And Yo drops the castle. And this castle will go up unless this tower from Capoch completes. And if the tower completes, maybe you can deny it, but tower's not going to complete. And Capoch is sitting there looking at his screen, saying, how can I possibly defend this? And he calls the GG. Man, earlier today, I think after game 1, someone in my chat just said cyberbullying after Yo won the game. Obviously, Yo is not cyberbullying Capoch. He's just playing a video game. But the way in which Yo got his wins today just really felt like he was almost flexing on his opponent. And again, he wasn't. He was just super smart and methodical and a little bit greedy. But that's just so cool, man. Like, this all happened because Capoch lost that scout and Yo went to the sneaky gold. And this is the second time he's done it. So I hope Hart's doing his homework. Apparently in the next round, it'll be Yo versus Hart. Yo's not usually one to change his style that frequently, but that was a masterpiece from Yo. And he also played Jurchens. So Yo would probably be foolish to try it again, but in this tournament, is Hart going to prepare? Does Hart see every game? Maybe not. I don't know. But that was just super, super cool to see. Wild to me how it was the same exact thing. And Capoch clearly didn't know. Like, Capoch, if he saw that game, would have looked there with something much earlier. The only time he ever looked with his skirmishers was after he saw Castle Age come in from Yo and he didn't see anything on the front. Oh, Hart's in chat. Hart says he's going to cook me so hard. Dude, Hart, scram, dude. What are you doing showing yourself here? Now Yo could know that you know. That just don't ban Jurchens. Not that you would. And hope he tries the same thing, okay? How many people... Type a 1 in chat if you did not see the game that Yo played against Doubt. I actually think it's worth showing you guys this. Because it was like so similar. I'm gonna do that right now. One sec. Doubt, Palisade, Socotra. The other one was a little bit more impressive. We're not gonna full cast the game. Just watch this. Okay, so we had Yo in the red, we had Doubt in the blue, right? Lots of early stuff happens. Scouts fight. So for now, everyone has their scouts. Doubt is laming. It's a repeat of what we saw. Yo's pushing in a zebra. Same thing, okay? Same freaking thing. What's the scout HP here? 18 against... Okay, something. Scout dies. I think it was the same amount of HP and Yo wins the fight. Watch this. This is a masterpiece. Now he starts to look around, looking for all the golds are, sees that gold. He sees a push from Doubt. And he goes over here with 4 bills. It's the same thing, dude. It's the same thing. If anything, it was a little bit more difficult here because the push from Doubt actually accomplished a lot more. And Doubt already had, like, villagers in the middle. But that sneaky little play to just walk on through there and go for the gold is his strat. And it's worked twice now.